Is your ACOS bad? If so, in this video, I'll give you some pro tips to turn your bad ACOS into good ACOS. You can see right here in the last 30 days, we achieved a 9.76% ACOS. So before you say, hey, it's not possible, it definitely is. You just need some expertise and some extra tips. We spent $154, made $1,578 back in the last 30 days. ACOS 9.76% with an ROAS of 10.25. And to go into this, obviously, the lower the ACOS, the better. Right? So amazing ACOS, good ACOS, okay, bad. So just make sure you know what category you're in, right? This is just a base. Obviously, you want to get it as low as possible to like 9% like we're at. But you just want to understand how ACOS works, right? So if you spend $100 and you spend $100, you get $100 back. That's a 10% ACOS. If you spend $1, you get $100 back. That's a 1% ACOS. And ACOS is ad spend divided by ad revenue times 100. Right, so we're kind of just going through this, the intermediate, expert, ways to improve ACOS. And this is really what you need to do. And the first thing you need to do is going to be optimizing your listing. So a lot of these ads, yes, it comes down to expertise and making ads, but the first things first is if your listing is crap, not even experts can make your ads convert well. So you need to make sure your listing is top notch. And that's why we have a checklist, something similar to this that we go through with all of our clients before we run ads. That way they get the ROI they want right at the beginning. And if you have bad reviews on your listing, people aren't going to buy it. There's going to be a lot of people who are clicking and like, look, I don't want to buy something that has bad reviews. They're going to go to the next listing. So be aware of that. This is one of the biggest killers. Next is a short title. So if your title's too short, that doesn't look good. If your bullet points are missing or they're too short, some people love to read. You need to have those long bullet points in there. If you don't have A+ content, you should. That's going to help with credibility and converting. You should have at least 6 pictures. They should be HD. Your first photo should stand out. Again, this is one of the biggest things for converting for Amazon ads because you're not going to be getting clicks if you're not standing out. Also, you should be in stock, obviously, and you should be using FBA. If you're not using FBA, again, the ACOS is going to get hurt. If you're not winning the buy box, the ads aren't going to run at all. If there's errors on your listing, again, it's going to be a waste of money. And if your price is too high, which a lot of people want to start on Amazon with a very, very high price, with no reviews, it's not going to be good. Okay, so a lot of these are just, some of these might sound like common sense, but a lot of these are not common sense. This is a great idea just to have this checklist. And let me give you an example. Here's this water gun. Okay, so it's a 2-pack for $23.99. There's a reason why they're making $115,000 a month. They've got awesome images, right? And in the first image, it shows you it's refilling it like it's super HD, very awesome. They've got the good bullet points, good title. Title could probably be longer, but still. Let's see, they've got A+ content, right? So they've got the good basics, and I think most people could probably beat this listing because it's missing some things. But let's compare it to this listing. Look at this water gun. Now it looks cool, right? But the issue is it's double the price. Also, I have no idea how it works. Honestly, it barely even looks like a water gun to me. It does look cool, but you can see that the listing quality score for Helium-10 is 0.5. Doesn't even have a brand name. Has one image. Don't know how it works. Don't know if it comes in a box. I don't even know if it's new, right? And the shipping time takes forever. It's taking 9 days to ship. Like, where is this coming from? China? Probably. There's no A+ content, no reviews. So if you run ads towards this product, your ads are going to suck. Like, you're going to get a lot of clicks, but people are not going to buy. Maybe you'll get a couple sales, but your ads are not going to stay consistent, right? So you need to build up your listing first if possible, or have a smaller budget and just be ready to eat the dust in the beginning. Just be ready to have like a bad ACOS in the beginning to build up to get an amazing ACOS. And that's fine. It's always hard in the beginning, right? So that's my part one. Part two is going to be lowering your cost per click. So when you are running ads, right? So we're running ads here. What you want to do is slowly lower your cost per click. It's really small on my screen, but right here it says our cost per click is 3 cents. Most of the time it's $1. 3 cents is extremely low. So if you're running ads and somebody finds your listing and clicks on your listing and you have to give them $1 just for clicking, that means if you have 10 people who click on your listing, that's $10. That's a lot of money. If yours is 3%, 3 cents, and I have 10 people clicking on my listing, that's only 30 cents. That's like nothing. So you wanna, after you're running ads for at least a month, you wanna slowly lower your cost per click so that way you're not overpaying per clicks. That's a reason why ACOS is so high too, is you're not lowering your cost per click. To lower your cost per click, you're just gonna go into one of your campaigns. You're gonna click open link in new tab. It's gonna look something like this. You're gonna click on total targets. You're gonna open the link in the new tab again, and then you're going to lower that cost per click. You can see the suggested bid is 62 cents for this, 94 cents, practically $1, like I've been saying, and our bid has been lowered all the way down to 10 cents. And this has worked for us. This still does really, really good. It depends what your goal is. Is it tons of sales or is it many micro campaigns that have a really good ACOS? And I always like to have tons of micro campaigns that have a really good ACOS. So we start at the suggested bid, and then every week we slowly go down around 5%. So we'll go down the bid by 5%. If it's 100, we go down by 5 cents, then another 5 cents, then another, and keep going like that until we find that happy medium where we get it as low as possible. If I drop it down to, I figured out that if I drop this down to 9 cents, it won't run. So then I change it back to, that's why I'm always watching it. After a week, we watch it, we put it back to 10 cents, and boom, it's running again, and we got an extremely low ACOS, right? So that's another way to do it. And then our final way is to make a campaign. So this is a new campaign that it's called a highly refined category targeting. This one usually has a low ACOS if you're looking for a low ACOS. And all you have to do is just go into Amazon ads, click create a campaign, right? And we're just gonna do sponsored products. You should know how to get here by now. Just add one product. I'm just gonna show you how to do it. You're gonna do manual targeting. You're gonna do product targeting, okay? And then once you do product targeting, we're gonna be doing categories, okay? And you wanna do your category that you're selling in, all right? So it's gonna look something like this. It's gonna have this, your product category. Now you're gonna click refine. We're only going to target people who have reviews that are worse than ours. So if someone has if we have let's say we have 4.5 star, what I can do is I can click refine and I can show up on about 600 products that are just like my product, but they have worse reviews. And we know a lot of customers who are willing to spend more money on products that have better reviews because they trust products with better reviews. So this is one way you could do it, and you can set this up in one campaign and target. It's automatically going to have your listing show up on products that have worse reviews than you. So I have a 4.5 star, so I'm going to show up for any products that have 0 to 4 star and see how that goes, right? Then you can create another campaign, and instead of reviews, you can do it by price. So anybody who has a higher price than me. So let's say mine is $50. I can show up for anybody that has $51 to $100. So again, there's some customers who care more about reviews. There's some customers who care more about price. And they're willing to, even if you have worse reviews, they're willing to buy your product because it's a better price. So that way, if you're showing up, if my product's $50 and somebody's showing up and their price range is $60, a customer that's price conscious is going to be like, hey, I'm going to go with the cheaper one this time. They're going to see your ad's going to pop up on their listing. They're going to click yours, and then it's going to convert. So this is a really easy way to get low ACOS because it's really targeting what the customer wants, right? And those are the two ways. We also have ACOS per category. This is the average. Of course, you never want to be average, but this is just a little breakdown of different ACOSs per category. Health and personal care is one of the highest averages because there's so many competitors, right? So it really depends on what category and what type of product you're selling. But that's it for today's video. What's the worst ACOS you've ever had? Let me know in the comments below. If you learned something new, drop a like. And if you're an Amazon seller, I highly recommend subscribing to our channel because we're giving away great content that's going to help you in your Amazon journey. And of course, if you need help with increasing sales, managing your ads, or just help selling on Amazon, contact EHP Consulting Group. The link is right in the description to contact us or schedule a call. Also, one of our most popular services is our full Amazon account management service. Not only will we be managing your advertising, but we're going to also be managing your design, your SEO. We're going to be going through the checklist, making sure your listing checks all of the boxes. So when we run ads, it converts right away, and then you can maintain it yourself. So that's a great service that we offer. So you can save money, time, and increase your sales with EHP Consulting Group. I'm Josh Hackett, CEO of EHP Consulting Group, and I'm signing out.